know breakfast is just finishing, but we're going to go ahead and at least get started with our introductions. Our presentation today is called Affiliates and Affiliate Managers, a Show in Partnership, and you'll see in a couple minutes why we decided to title it that. But first, just quickly a little bit about us. I'm Tricia Meyer. I'm the owner of Sunshine Rewards. I've been in the industry about 12 years. I'm also the executive director of the Performance Marketing Association. So I work with about 1,000, 1,500 merchants, a lot of affiliate managers, a lot of OPMs. I've been only on the affiliate side this whole time, so everything that I know is all about the affiliate side of the business. So in doing this presentation, I wanted to bring somebody with me who I know could really represent the other side of the business.
I'm Cindy Ballard, and I have Cindy Ballard Marketing. I've been an affiliate, and I've been an OPM and affiliate manager, so I sort of know both sides of all the business. Right now, I just do affiliate management consulting. I work with merchants, make suggestions on whether they're ready to have an affiliate program, what steps to take with their affiliate program, how to continue it once they do have it going, and I'm also her mother.
Which leads right into the next slide. Mamma Mia. You'll see a little bit of that coming out in this presentation. And just in the same way that we have that antagonistic mother-daughter relationship, but also that great mother-daughter relationship, it's kind of symbolic of affiliates and affiliate managers. I mean, you're going to see a lot of times where there's conflict, but a lot of times where you work really well together and you can put on a great show. So we've got a little bit of a theme here. We were trying to think New York and Broadway, so play along with us. It's not all perfect, but hopefully it'll be a little bit of fun.
And it's Mamma Mia because I've heard that a lot in my lifetime with her.
All right. Just really quickly, that's our agenda. We do want to ask that you save all questions for the end because, like I said, we have a lot of material. We want to get through everything. If we don't get to any questions at the end, we'll be able to stay after and take those questions. Also, make sure that you're filling out the feedback forms from Affiliate Summit for all of the sessions that you attend. They are going to, each day 5 entries will be randomly drawn to receive a Networking Plus Pass for Affiliate Summit West in Vegas. So make sure that you are filling out those for each session. Not just ours. All right, fame, that's all what it's all about with influencers, right? And we're hearing a lot these days about influencers versus affiliate marketers. And what does that actually mean? What's the difference? Where is there overlap and where is there not? Cindy, where do you as an affiliate manager stand on? Are they the same? Are they different?
Well, they can be the same because influencers can be affiliate marketers and affiliate marketers can be influencers. It just depends on, as an affiliate manager, we have to depend on what the information that we're giving by our affiliates. So influencers normally come to us and they expect to have slotting fees, which we'll talk about a little bit later. They do more requests of wanting their money up front as opposed to commissions, or sometimes they want a little bit with more higher commissions, whatever. That's where they have to, the burden's on them to prove that they are an influencer. Why are you telling me you're an influencer? What do you have to back that up? What are your stats?
As opposed to just a straight affiliate, right, which you could be an affiliate and not be an influencer. For example, if you're a data feed affiliate, if your site is not branded with some type of recognition. So you could be an affiliate that is not an influencer at all. But at the same time, you might be a blogger in a specific niche where you have a really big name for yourself. And so you might have been a blogger first, and now you've become an influencer because you have such a following. You might have been an influencer first and had a great blog, and you're now discovering affiliate marketing. So as we go through the presentation, we're going to talk mainly about affiliate marketers, but at the same time, just keep in mind that a lot of these things will also apply to influencers if you're an affiliate manager, and so we'll kind of point out a few of the differences and the similarities along the way. Okay. How many of you have seen a chorus line? I feel kind of dated because it seems like this is something that not a lot of people have even seen. Okay, so I'll just tell you real quick, it's about making the show. And it's about getting in. It's about there being a lot of competition and everybody wants to get in. And I feel like a lot of times that's what it feels like as an affiliate. Like, I want to get in the show. I want to be in that brand's program. I want to be the one that gets the exclusive coupon codes. I want to make it. And as the affiliate manager, you're kind of like the director, the producer. You have this decision to make of whether you are going to let people into your programs or not. So let's talk just a little bit about recruitment from the merchant perspective, how you like to see, what you like to see.
One of the things I've always told affiliates, whenever you join the networks and you fill out your application to join, make sure you list all of the sites that you have. You want to list how you're promoting, and you want to, if you're a niche site, you actually want to make sure that you mention that, because we don't know you personally. I mean, some people we do, but basically we don't know you, so we have to go by the information that is actually on your application there or in the network. And a lot of times, if you don't put something in there, we're not going to approve you because you may not fall within, what we're looking for that particular merchant. So be sure, I don't, make it a nice paragraph, make it impressive, make me as an affiliate manager and OPM want to have you in my programs.
And what does an affiliate do if they get rejected? Either they get rejected outright because they don't have the right stats in the network, or you looked at their site and you didn't like something about it.
They can definitely reach out to the affiliate manager and let them know why they think they would be a good fit for that program. They can ask why they've been turned down. And it might be something just so simple as you're a coupon site and that merchant doesn't allow coupon sites, or, your loyalty site and then allow that, or it's several different reasons. But if you ask them and then they give you an answer and you're like, well, that's not true, maybe that's not what, and I don't fall in that category, that's what they need to know.
So from my perspective, it's a little bit different because we as affiliates, we're getting recruited all the time. I'm sometimes getting 10, 20, 25 emails a day from merchants, some of them from people that I know, some of them from people that I've never even heard of. So talking about just how affiliates like to be recruited, I think we all look for different things when we're being recruited, but across the board, a personal connection of some kind, at least a recognition of what my site is and what we can do together. So for example, if you go to one of my sites and you see that I'm promoting your competitors, that is a great in with me to say, we have this site, I see you're promoting this site, here's what we can do differently, or here's what we can do better. So that is something that will immediately get my attention. The personal connections of things like coming to Affiliate Summit and getting to know each other, and then afterwards following up and saying, hey, we met at Affiliate Summit, do you mind taking a look at my program? Those things are important too. But then there are a lot of things that are real turnoffs. It's kind of like a dating thing. Like, how do you approach somebody in a way that isn't kind of skeezy? When you send me an email and it's about something completely unrelated to my site and you tell me what a great fit you think will be, to me, it just feels like spam. It just feels like you didn't actually look at my site, or you just sent this same email to an email list of 5,000 affiliates that you got. And in that case, if you didn't take the time to look at me, why should I take the time to look at you? And I know it comes off as kind of an egotistical thing, but it's really not. It's about wanting to form the best relationship possible. And that means from the beginning, let's see how we can work together, because if you're coming to me wanting just to get added to Sunshine Rewards, I'll just say, okay, I can add you to Sunshine Rewards. But that doesn't mean I'm ever going to be able to really promote you or give you a lot of attention, because we don't have a good relationship and I don't know what to promote. When you come to me and say, we're a great fit for Sunshine Rewards because you have a Disney audience and we have all these Disney products, then in my mind, I'm immediately, okay, this is great. I want to start working with this merchant as fast as I can because I think we can really make a lot of money here. I get a lot of questions about incentives and what types of incentives affiliate managers should offer affiliates. And I see everything from $5 for posting our links to double the commission for the first 30 days. And it really depends on the affiliate and what type of traffic that they have. I can tell you, there are some affiliates who are willing to put up a link for $5 or $10. But if they're putting up that link for you for $5 or $10, what do you think the value to you is? If all you're looking is to get your links on as many sites as possible, just to have your brand mentioned on as many sites as possible, that's great. You got your $5 or $10 worth. But if you're really looking for something substantial on that site, if you're looking for them to actually talk about you, to blog about you, it's going to take more than $5 or $10 as an incentive to get going. But the increased commissions are nice because you're not out anything unless they actually make any sales. But I will say, I get them that say, we'll give you a 1% increase for the first month. Well, unless you're an electronics merchant who normally pays only 1%, a 1% increase is not motivation. So it's got to be reasonable compared to what you normally pay out. If you're normally an 8% merchant, a 1% increase really isn't that much. If you're an 8% merchant, you need to say, we're going to go 10 or we're going to go 12 in that first month. Also, sometimes giving us a little bit more time in terms of an incentive to say, if you do this within the first 30 days, I know you want to get things going, you want to get the program going, but if I have a loyal audience that's looking to me for information, it's going to take me more than 30 days to really get them shopping through you. because it's going to take brand recognition. It's going to take time on my part of mentioning you a number of times in different ways. So I might not be able to get those sales in that first 30 days. I might know it's going to take me 60 or 90 days to get things up on the site for you. So just make the incentives reasonable. If you're sending that email that says we'd like you to join the program and here's what we're going to give you, make it reasonable. Make it something that is of value to you that's enough that it's worth it, and something that's of value to me as well to make it worth it.
Sometimes as a new merchant starting out, you're really looking for that branding, so it's worth it even if we're not looking for the sales right up front. You really have to be branded well in the affiliate marketing industry. So sometimes it's worth it just to go ahead and reach out, like you say, know who you're looking for, especially when you're looking for niche sites. I've gone through a lot of sites a lot of times looking for affiliate sites and content sites and come across like a cake recipe, and I'll send the email out and I'll say, man, that cake recipe really looked good, so they know that I actually was interested in them. And that's a personal touch, and naturally they're going to read that email and be like, oh yeah, okay, she really is interested in having me as an affiliate. She did actually look at my site. She knows who I am.
Which is very different than this. The spam from the merchants, the spam from the introduction, the spam throughout the entire communications that we're having. You don't want to spam the affiliates. I mean, we get a lot of email and newsletters anyway, and even worse, inbox spam, like messenger spam, if you're Facebook messaging and things like that, and we'll talk about that too. As soon as you spam an affiliate a couple of times and they get turned off, you kind of lose your chance to have good communication with them. So we just want to talk through some positive communication methods.
Right.
So Cindy, talk about how you figure out how an affiliate even likes to be contacted.
Right, because not all affiliates like to be contacted the same way. Some of them, like Tricia, does not like to talk on the phone because she never shuts up.
True.
So if you're an affiliate manager and you call her, you better have your whole day planned around talking to Tricia. Seriously.
Just don't call.
Exactly.
Just don't call.
Tricia's the kind of person that you might want to just instant message.
Yes.
Or send an email to.
Yes.
But you want to find out what your affiliates really do like, and you'll find out by how they respond to you. The way they respond to you is normally the way they like to be contacted also. And you always want to have it open that your affiliates can get in contact with you through private messages or through a Facebook message or something, because if a coupon or something isn't working, you want to know right away. So you always want to keep that line of communication open with them.
And I feel like it feels like a double standard to say that as an affiliate, I hate when a merchant sends me a message to a private account, like that Facebook messages me to connect with me or something like that. But like she said, it's good for the merchants and the affiliate managers to have those when something goes wrong, because you want your affiliate to contact you immediately. The chances of a merchant needing to contact me immediately, unless it's like you have this coupon code up and it's not working, you might want to take it down or something like that, that is something that needs to be done immediately. Most of the time, the merchants don't need to get in contact with affiliates on an immediate basis. So.
Right.
You've got a lot of these other options out there. Do you like to use newsletters with your affiliates or not?
Yes, I think newsletters are very important, and I think newsletters are important for the affiliates to also read. However, if you're going to send out a newsletter and you're going to do it on a regular basis to your affiliates, make sure that it's something worthwhile for them to read. Even if it's not a current promotion, it could be something about the merchant themselves, where they featured in a magazine, were they on television for something. Give them information about that merchant, because just because you know them, you know their products, you know what sells well, you may, what banners are converting best or what links are converting best, doesn't mean that the affiliates know. And by dropping that information in their lap it really does help a lot, because you guys are busy. You affiliates are busy. You have thousands of merchants you work with. So we need to really drop it in your lap, and I think that's what makes you read our newsletters more often. When you see them come across, you know, hey, there's something important in this newsletter. It's not just
I think that's
some
the
fluff.
key. It's what we get used to. If the first 5 newsletters that we see from you are all just, thanks for being part of our program, here are our latest links, you start to tune that particular merchant's newsletters out. If each newsletter that you get has one thing in it that's important, either this is where we were in the media this month, or this is, what our best-selling product was, or something like that. If every month there is something in there that's important, that's worth knowing, or that I can use to my benefit, I'm much more likely to want to read every single thing that you send me.
Or you can tailor it towards that affiliate. I was just telling Tricia this morning about a newsletter that I got I have a little affiliate site for my rescue, and I got a newsletter that said, hey, congratulations, you had 20 hits and no sales.
Yay me!
Yay, thanks for letting me know that, That's not
just a
the kind of
reminder that
newsletter.
it's not a successful
exactly.
relationship.
I don't know if it was a jab or if it was a mistake, so that's definitely not the kind of newsletters you want to be sending out.
And that's probably, I mean, that's something that I'm sure they just did through the system without really thinking. Like, we'll just send out an email telling all of our affiliates how they did. But there's a difference between, congratulations, here's what you've done in the last 30 days versus this is what you've done in the last 30 days. How can we optimize more? How can we take it to the next
Exactly.
level? That's a whole different communication than way to go not having any sales.
Exactly, and a lot of the networks, you can actually set those type of communications up. Where, you know, you've had, 150 hits, 250 hits, whatever, no sales, what can we do to help you? Or you've had your second or third sale, congratulations, things like that. So you would personalize it, and you want to make them feel like they do mean something, that the affiliates do mean something to you.
Is it worth it for merchants or affiliate managers or OPMs to have blogs? Do you think that it's worth it for the amount of time on your side for whether we read them or respond to them or not?
I do, and I think that because a lot of people don't read their newsletters. Maybe they've gone to spam or they just don't have time to read them. And if you just have a blog and you keep that blog short, there again, you want to keep it short. You don't want it just filled with a bunch of nothing. I really do think that that can help with the affiliates get the information. You want to reach out in several different ways to give them the information. And if you don't know exactly what they're doing, and you give them different options of ways to find out about you as a merchant, then I think that's a good thing.
I think that's the key. It's having multiple
Yes.
methods of communication on both
Right.
sides. As an affiliate, you need to be open to getting email, maybe having Skype conversations every once in a while, coming to conferences and meeting up with the merchants in places like this. And then the merchant needs to have several different ways. Even if you don't have every single thing on this list, if you pick the 4 that work best for you, then
Right.
something's going to overlap with the people that you want to work with.
Right. And conference like this is a great way to meet your affiliate managers and your merchants. I mean, it's so nice to be able to put a face and actually talk with somebody.
I'm
These-
much more likely to promote a merchant where I've met the person.
Right.
If I've met the person at an event or something like that, I'm much, much more likely. And not even just to promote them, but aggressively promote them and promote it fast.
Right. Right.
So negotiation, it's all about the promises. And negotiation in and of itself, I think, last affiliate summit, East or West, or sometime in the last year, I did an entire session on nothing but negotiation and affiliate marketing. So this is a huge topic. It's a very broad topic, and we're only going to be able to hit just a few things on it. But I think, it's part of what people don't understand that they need to be maximizing. It's probably, of all the takeaways in this, it's probably where you're going to learn the most of things that you should be trying, no matter which side you're on.
Right. But always remember, when you're negotiating as an affiliate with your affiliate manager, we have a higher power to answer to. We have to answer to the merchant. So there's only so much we can do. I mean, we can go back to the merchant and say, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. And if they say, no, we just can't do it, we just can't do it. So it's not just your affiliate manager being stubborn, it's the merchant behind us, our clients, the people that pay us, that are saying, we don't have that profit margin. We can't do that. Or, for whatever reasoning they have.
Right.
So sometimes we just have to draw the line, and it makes us look like we're mean, but we're not.
Well,
We're not
it's
trying to be
business.
mean. We're getting a paycheck from over there.
Well, and in the end, if the negotiation doesn't work for both sides, then somebody's going to lose out and could potentially lose their business. If you've got a merchant that's, giving away the store with huge commissions and adding that on top of stacked coupons that the consumers are using and then paying the network fees and all that, all of a sudden, affiliate marketing isn't profitable for that merchant,
Right.
and they
They're
leave
closing. They're closing up
affiliate
shop,
marketing,
yeah.
and that's not good for us as affiliates. So we do have to think about that on our side too, that we want affiliate marketing to be good for the merchants. We want as much as we can get, but we want it to be good for the merchant. Otherwise, that merchant might not be there for us. Here's just some different things to think about as an affiliate that you can be offering to the merchant. So everybody always asks for homepage placement, but for a lot of affiliates, homepage placement isn't really where it's at. I mean, I know as an affiliate what my top landing pages are, and I have some sites where the homepage isn't even in the top 10 of my landing pages. So I could say, oh sure, I'll put you on my homepage, but it doesn't mean that it's actually going to get you anything. It's not going to get you the exposure that you think it will being on the homepage. Conversely, you might have an affiliate where 90% of their traffic landing pages are on the homepage because they're a big brand and everyone just goes directly to that homepage. That's one where, for the merchant, that's a great deal. Newsletter placements, that could be some kind of featured merchant at the top of a content newsletter, or even just an exclusive coupon code or something like that in there. Written reviews, that I think is what we think of. Typically, the merchants will say, can you review our product? We'll send you some pictures or we'll send it to you and you can review it. Video reviews, and think about those in a couple of different ways depending on what type of product you have. You can have high production videos where as an affiliate it's taking you a lot more time, and so you're asking for more money or higher value products in order to go through all that production, versus saying to the merchant, if you just want to send me the product and $50, I'm happy to go and do a Facebook Live video real quick and demonstrate your product and get it out to my viewers that way. Social media mentions, if you're working on just building your brand, it helps to have more people mentioning your brand on social media. So if the affiliate says, we will tweet about you once a week or once a month for the entire year or twice or something like that, mentioning your brand on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter is good for you, actually more than us, especially if we don't include affiliate links with it. A featured merchant in a category, if the affiliate has a shopping site and you're used to just listing out different types of products, consider having a featured merchant for that category that has some kind of banner or text at the top that gives the merchant a little bit more weight on that page. Solo email drops, those are hard to come by because those of us who have email lists, we're protective of them because we don't want people unsubscribing because we're just sending them a bunch of ads. So if you're asking for a solo email drop, it needs to be something that's really worthwhile for my readers. So maybe you're going to give me an exclusive coupon code that I can put into this email that my readers aren't going to be able to get anywhere else. Or you're providing me some content that goes along with it, and you're willing to write that content for me in exchange for a commission increase for doing this drop or something like that. And then just inclusion in any kind of best of or recommendations. And this is where you as an affiliate manager can actually help me with my content, because you can say, we have this great product. It tends to get ranked, in the 10 best beauty creams. It tends to get ranked, in the 10 best back to school supplies or something like that. And now all of a sudden I'm thinking content-wise of something that I might be able to do not only with your products, but with some others that I'm promoting as well. So from your side, you got a lot to negotiate with too.
Yeah, we do. We have products to review, and that seems to be one of the top things. Everybody loves to review products, and that's great. If it's the type of merchant that's able to provide a product, obviously, if the products are $300, $400, $500, we don't see too many merchants that are willing to send out something like that.
Do the affiliates want money with it too, or do they just want the product to review?
Sometimes they'll ask for a higher commission along with it. And we'll do that. We'll also provide a coupon code, and we ask them to, we get the code and we generally set it up for a little bit longer amount of time, but we ask them in their blog or in the review to mention that maybe that's only a week or two to create some urgency to use that coupon code. They like to do reviews with giveaways. My thoughts on that is everybody's going to win. I'm going to win. Why should I buy that product? Because I'm going to win. Well, everybody isn't going to win. Maybe one person's going to win, and that's going to be it. And you've lost a bunch of sales because, I'm going to win that. I'm just going to wait and see. So we recommend not to do that. I recommend not to do that.
But I have a workaround for that.
Yes, you do.
Helps.
And it is good.
So if I'm collecting email addresses as part of that giveaway, I get an exclusive coupon code from her. So when it comes time to draw the winner, then I can send out an email that says, congratulations, here's the person that won. For everybody that didn't win, here's an exclusive coupon code for you to buy the product. So and then I'm including my affiliate links in there. So at least for all those people that thought they were going to win, so they didn't bother to buy it, I'm now touching them again and giving the merchant another chance to make the sale.
Right, and that's good for the merchant also. And I don't know if everybody here knows the difference between exclusive codes and vanity codes. A vanity code is just a code that says a 10% off coupon, and it's for Sunshine Rewards, and it's for everybody because it's just a coupon that we have out there all the time. We might write it up as Sunshine 10 or something like that. That's just a vanity code. It's not an exclusive code. It just has generally the name of the site somewhere in the code. So that's what's called a vanity code. And a lot of the affiliates really like that. They like having that little vanity code on their site.
Because it makes it look like to our readers we have a closer relationship with the merchant.
Exactly.
It shows that we're not just a site that's just putting up their links.
Exactly.
It shows that we have some kind of relationship.
Right. We can offer commission increases during the time of the promotion also, and that's always effective. Prizes to give away, there again, that's in the, if you're doing a review and you want to do prizes, but I like Tricia's. I like the way that you handle that because it also gives the merchants a couple different exposures. We can do bonuses. You get so many sales, you get 5 sales, we're going to bonus you so much more. You get 10 sales, we're going to bonus you. Bonuses are always effective, so you can negotiate for that. Trademark bidding rights, pretty much you're not going to get that because If you're a good affiliate manager, you already have somebody in your program doing that, and they're not going to halt that program for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, because they have money invested in that. So they're not going to halt their trademark bidding program just for that. Slotting fees are something I don't really like.
How many of you know what slotting fees means?
Okay.
Let's talk about that.
Well, slotting fees are, influencers always want, or I should say mostly always want, slotting fees. They want to be paid upfront for their review or for their blog or whatever they're going to do. Sometimes they'll say, well, you pay us $200 or $300 up front, we'll take a smaller commission or whatever. To me, and it's just the way I look at it, it's called performance marketing. So I'm very hesitant on ever doing a slotting fee. However, if I'm needing it for the branding for my merchant, I would encourage my merchant to go ahead and do the slotting fees, just so that we are getting our names out there. But it's not one of my recommended ways of working with affiliates, and I know affiliates don't like to hear that, but it's just not something that I've always done on a regular basis. I know it's becoming more and more popular because of the influencers now, and that's sort of the way they were trained, to be
Right.
paid up front. So they're coming into the affiliate
It's just a
industry
different
with that
revenue model.
mindset. It is, it's a different revenue, but,
Well, from my side on the slotting fees, I don't ever expect to be paid them. It's very, very rare that I get them, and I almost never ask for them. But if there is a slotting fee involved, even if it's $25, I'm going to get your links up faster, just because I have to pay somebody to spend the time to pull your logos and to pull the links and to add the coupons and all those kind of things. And if it's a merchant that I'm not even sure that I can do a lot with, that you really want to be on my site for branding reasons or just getting your name out more or something like that, then if you give me enough that I can at least cover my employees' time to get all those links up and get everything situated, then you'll be added within 24 hours. If I don't get that, it might be 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, or we may not even add it because it's just not a perfect fit. But just a little bit of slotting fee can sometimes go a long way towards speeding up the process.
right, exactly. Attribution options, we're going to have a whole session, part of our session on that. So everybody here know what attribution is?
Well, this again
I
could be an entire, and I think there's probably at least one session, maybe a couple sessions this time, just about attribution, because it is up and coming. It's a huge issue in our industry, and a lot of it, it's all about who produces the sale. So we'll just touch very briefly on it, because it's an important part of what's going on between affiliates and affiliate managers right now, and an important part of the negotiations.
Right.
So, do you want to take attribution, or you want me to?
Doesn't matter, because we're both
go
going to
for
talk
it.
about it. I was going to start with, I don't know how many of you are in SureSale and are familiar with Leapfrog, but it just seems like since Leapfrog came out in SureSale, attribution has become more of a bigger topic. What attribution does is we all know that last click wins. I mean, that's just standard, how it's always been. And a lot of times that's just a coupon site. Well, with attribution, it helps streamline it. In that click stream, if you're not the actual closer on the sale, if you were second, somebody read your blog, they liked it, but they went out and looked for a coupon, they found that coupon, they went there, they clicked on it, and that's where the sale went. With attribution, it's going to divide that commission. And maybe not necessarily evenly, it just depends how it's set up in the click stream, who gets that commission first, but at least you're going to get some part of commission for your part in being in that click stream.
So as an affiliate, I'm a content affiliate and I'm a cashback coupon affiliate, and I actually benefit, and there's a detriment on both sides for me. As a content site, I benefit when I'm writing a great review and I'm sending the consumer to that merchant, and I get that click. And if they then go later to a coupon or cashback site and click at the very end, I'm still getting my commission. Conversely, because of the attribution that's been added to most of the networks now, the merchants are more likely to work with the coupon and cashback sites, because they can say, we know that we're not screwing over our content affiliates. We've set this up in such a way that we can work with both the content affiliates and the coupon affiliates, and everybody can win. So I don't necessarily get as much of a commission as the cashback site or the coupon site that's at the end of the click stream. It may not be as much, but I may not deserve as much if the point is that they went through a content site first. So as affiliates, we really do benefit, even though sometimes it hurts when you see that, somebody clicked through you in the last 5 minutes and you only got 1% instead of 10, and that kind of hurts. At least you're getting that 1% if that's all that you did to close the sale.
Right. If that's how it's set up. Generally, it's not set up that way. It's set up that the coupon sites are going to get a lesser commission anyhow. because they get a lesser commission up front than what the sites that are actually putting out more get anyway. So chances are, if your affiliate manager sets it up the way I would set mine up, those content sites would get the bulk of the commission anyway, and then the coupon site would just get a very minor part of it, even though they were last click. But there's another reason that I always encourage the affiliates to make sure those coupons are on your site. And I know not everybody can do that, because a lot of you have to put them in manually, or you don't belong to a program like FMTC or whatever, but definitely try to keep the coupons on your site if possible, especially if you're doing a review or have a blog.
So what's the benefit to the merchant of going through all this hassle of having to set up clicks on attribution and go to the network and get their documentation? And
Right. As a merchant, we're able to see what actually is pushing our sales over, where the conversion actually is. Does it really take a coupon to convert? Or, so that gives us a better idea whenever we can see where the actual conversion actually is, where that last click is that made that sale.
and I think we're just going to continue to hear more and more about attribution as we're seeing more cross-device tracking as well,
Right.
because all of that technology is all going to have to come together to have the cross-device with the attribution. And then if you're also looking still at last click for a lot of the programs. So we're going to continue hearing about attribution. I think it's going to continue to evolve. Any networks that don't have attribution yet, they're going to have to add it, because I think most merchants are going to move in the direction of
There are
using
some that
it.
don't have it, and aren't even allowed, some that have it, and they have it built in right into the network. Other networks don't have it, and there's some networks that you can actually write your own program, which isn't really tough from what I understand, to write a program for this and add it into them. But some networks are just like, no, we're not even allowing that. We're not even allowing you to put your own program in for it.
I would say, as an affiliate marketing consultant, when I'm working with affiliates who are just starting to monetize their sites, and I'm telling them which merchants I think they should work with, and figuring out, teaching them how to learn themselves how to compare merchants, one thing I will tell them is, if you have the choice between two merchants and one of them is working with the coupon and cashback sites and the other one isn't, go with the one that isn't, just because you're not going to have the chance that your cookie's getting overwritten. But if it's a choice between those two and they're both working with coupon and cashback sites, email the affiliate manager and find out if they have attribution.
Right.
Because at least if they're using attribution, then you're not going to lose out on your commission.
Right, and as affiliate manager consultant, I always recommend to the merchants that they do have attribution for their affiliates, because it is a factor in getting them to join your program.
And I tell them that the affiliate manager doesn't know what attribution is. They need to tell the affiliate manager they need to learn what attribution is.
And if they don't know which networks don't allow it, then
Right.
you need to find a different affiliate manager.
Right. So lastly, we're going to talk about information sharing, and I guess we have two more things. We're going to talk about information sharing, and this for us is particularly difficult. You can imagine, as a mother and daughter, and the information that we share, but also working together as affiliate and affiliate manager, we've had to learn the kinds of things that we can talk about with each other and the kinds of things that we can't talk about.
And the list of things we can talk about, and we're going to go over that list. These are the type of things that you should be including in your newsletters, because these are important to the affiliates. So this is always, all of this is good information that you are allowed to share. And if it's not in there and you have a good relationship with your affiliate manager, then ask them for it.
Yeah, so some of these kinds of things are just really helpful to me as an affiliate to know. For example, I can go in and see some of your overall program statistics, but it depends on the network what I can see. So if you want to share, overall, this is the increase that we've seen year over year, or these are the trends that we're seeing in commissions and our sales, that's good to share. The type of sites that are doing well, I will openly ask a merchant when they ask me to join, I will say, do you typically do well with cashback sites? Do you typically do well with review sites? Whatever site it is, of mine that they're pitching, I want to know, is this the type of site that you normally do well with, or is this an experiment? Is this something you haven't tried before and you're thinking, we want to go in this direction? And that's totally fine if you tell me that, well, we've never worked with a cashback site before, but, we've heard about it and we thought that maybe we would try that. sharing that is good information. The products that sell well, particularly for content sites or product review sites that are doing comparisons, it's really important for us to know what products are selling well. Because if we're promoting, for example, with our wine clubs, if we're promoting a certain wine club and it turns out that no one actually buys that one on your site, they buy a different club when they get to your site, we want to promote the one that people are buying. We want to have the best chance of getting those conversions. So if you let us know, these are our top 5 that products that tend to sell the best on our site, or this is what's selling best this season for us, then I know that I should be promoting those things more.
What if I ask you, can you share that information with me
Of what products sell best on my site?
with other wine clubs?
Oh, no, I wouldn't share that.
Okay.
No. I might say in general, like higher end, that the higher end clubs sell more, or the lower end, the value.
So the sharing goes both
something.
ways.
Yes, definitely. The top performing links and coupons. Again, some of this we can see in the network with the stats, but we don't always know. In comparison, are people more likely with you as a merchant? Are they more likely to use the 10% off coupon, or are they going with the free shipping? And if you say, far and away, everybody wants the 10% off. They all use the 10% off. But I was thinking, free shipping, because everyone loves free shipping. I had been promoting the wrong coupon the whole time. So just knowing which coupons are working better for you as a merchant, that's helpful to me as an affiliate. Upcoming deals that you're having, if you know that you've got something coming up that you're allowed to share, it's not like some big company secret. If there's something that is going to be going on sale next Monday, even if I can't tell my readers it's going on sale Monday, I can then boomerang that email for myself so that Monday morning it comes back to me and I know this is something I need to get into my deals today because I anticipated that it was coming. So that helps me to be able to plan.
And if you're asked not to share that with your readers in advance, please don't, because that's a good way for the affiliate managers to say, you know what, we see this on your site sooner than we have allowed it, and that definitely can ruin your relationship.
Right. It's not worth it to try to get a jump on your competitors by doing something like that. Merchant-specific information, they're especially with my content review sites, knowing as much as I can about the merchant, knowing, who is the owner and where did they come from and how did this company start. Just having that kind of information that I can read over at some point, or if I'm promoting something in particular, that is really helpful. And other advertising, sometimes I'll hear a merchant that I work with and I'll hear them on XM radio that they're running some kind of coupon, or I'll get that thing of Valpak coupons in the mail and I'm flipping through and I see my merchant in there and I think, I wish that I had known that, because if I knew that all of my readers were going to be hearing this on XM or getting these in their mailbox, I would have made sure that I was pushing them right now too, because I want to be that next touch. So they hear it on XM, they see that coupon, and then all of a sudden they see me mentioning it too. And we know that statistically it takes a number of times for people to hear something, especially a brand, before they make that purchase. So it gives me a chance, if I know that the merchant is spending money already in other channels and promoting aggressively, then I'm going to start promoting aggressively as well. Let's talk about what you don't share.
Oh, what I can't share.
The misbehaving part.
Yes, I cannot tell you what your competitors are doing. I can't tell you how they're promoting you. I can't tell you how well they're doing. I really can't tell you anything about them. I can't give you any stats about them. I can't tell you what keywords they're using, and I can't tell you the ownership of the sites. However, you as an affiliate, you are able to get that information pretty well on your own by doing a little bit of research. So even though I can't tell you that, you are able to find a lot of that out on your own. And it's really not any different than how we go about recruiting.
Mm-hmm. Well, and one thing that I see a lot of merchants do that surprises me is when they run some kind of contest or bonus or incentive or something, the next month they'll send out the newsletter saying, congratulations to this site for winning our contest and having the most sales or getting the bonus or whatever. And I don't know that they're always asking those affiliates if it's okay that they put their name in the newsletter, because the affiliates might not want their competitors to know that they're doing so well in that program. And it sounds kind of crazy, but then all of a sudden now you've got, me as an affiliate going, well, I wonder how they had so many sales. I'm going to go check out their site and see what it is that they did over the last month. Oh, they used these coupons and it looks like they did a review on this. Okay, well now I know what I need to be doing to be more competitive with that merchant. So unless you have permission from the affiliate even to say something like that, and not just like you have it buried in the terms of the contest, we have the right to use your name or something, don't do that. Be upfront with them and say, hey, is it okay if we put it in our newsletter that we want to congratulate you?
Right. You can put it in there without a name, though. We can say, we just had we had an affiliate last month make a sale and they had a $1,000 commission on it, but don't put the name in that, because that, like she says, that's just not right to do. However, one of the things I did do, and it goes back to some of the negotiation part, is if I had somebody running a review for me or doing something special, I would also share that on my social media for them. So their names did get out there that way. So if you're an affiliate and you're watching, you would have seen some of your competitors' names come through that way.
Yeah, and I kind of have mixed feelings about that. Like in one way, I like the extra promotion. I mean, it never hurts to have somebody else tweeting your stuff out. But then I also think, it is maybe giving other people ideas. Maybe I'm just skeptical about people when it comes to that.
If you can't find your competitors, you
That's true.
shouldn't be in affiliate
Yeah.
marketing.
No, that's true. That is true. All right, so how many of you have seen Wicked? Now, come on, I know a lot of you have had to have seen Wicked. All right. So the bottom line, if you haven't seen Wicked, is that, it's the good witch and it's the bad witch. I won't comment on the good witch and the bad witch. Suffice to say, it's two opposites that people think that they shouldn't be friends, but they do find a way that they are able to be friends, and it's kind of against all odds. And that's how I feel about affiliate managers and affiliates. It seems like we're supposed to be at odds. It seems like we have different goals a lot of times. My goal is to make the most money for me. Yours is the goal. The goal is to make the most money for the merchant in general, working with lots of other affiliates. I sometimes feel like she's a traitor because I know that those other sites that are my competitors are making so much money, and I know she's the one that's helping them do it. And that's a hard thing because, we want to work together on these things, but at the same time, we have to look out for our own interests. So when it comes to opposites working together, kind of the bottom line of all this, we wanted to come up with just one takeaway because we know we didn't give you, like a lot of sessions, a list of 10 things that you need to go and implement on your site right now. So we wanted to each come up with our one biggest takeaway from all of what we talked about today that we think that you need to know about working with the opposite side.
All right. Because we're all in this together, all of us are here to make money, or we wouldn't be here. The communication, I think, is so important between you and your affiliate manager. Communication is the key. The better relationship you have with them, the more communication you have with them, the more open you are with them. Ask them questions. Be in contact with them. I really think that's how affiliates make the most money. Whenever the affiliate industry was a lot smaller, and we've seen it grow over the last decade a lot. When it was a lot smaller, you hear people making these high paychecks, but we were a closer-knit type of people because we were smaller. Everybody really did know everybody. I look out here now, and I don't know 3/4 of you. Some of you I've known for a long time. But, and I really do think because we all had such a good relationship, we were all able to make money. So I think that really is the key. Don't think of your affiliate manager as being the bad person or opposite you, even though I like to say I'm on the dark side because I'm on the APM, OPM and affiliate manager side. I just really think it's key to be able to get along, be able to talk. If you don't like something about them, you tell them. Or if you don't like something on their site, which I've done a lot of times, I've gone to my affiliates and said, this sucks on your site. You need to take this off because this is what's hurting you in sales. Just being open with them. And I think it goes both ways.
And so ironically, you don't see on this slide what our answers were because when we put it together, we didn't come up with the answer first. We went through everything else on the slides, and then we just decided we would both put a placeholder, and then as we thought about it over a few days before the presentation, we would decide once we got here what it was going to be, and we have the same answer.
I've taught her well.
Relationships. Relationships are the key in affiliate marketing, and it's the relationship. Everything that we've talked about today kind of boils down to that. It's that initial getting your foot in the door as a merchant to get onto that site, or as an affiliate, getting your foot in the door to get into that program. That's about building a relationship. It's about the communication back and forth of each side getting what they need. The better relationship that you have, the better you're going to be able to negotiate. I'm much more likely to say, okay, fine, we'll put you on the homepage for a 2% increase because, we have a great relationship. We've made a lot of money in the past. I respect you. I know that you're going to help me out again in the future. As an OPM, I don't know if any of you are OPMs, even if you're not, even if you're an in-house affiliate manager, we see people moving from company to company over the years. And one of the things you have to keep in mind is, this industry has a long life. We've been here 12 years, and we're working with people on opposite sides of things of what we were working with them even 4 years ago. So having those relationships so that even if we can't work together on something right now, because it doesn't jive. It may be that a year from now, I have a site that all of a sudden is in your niche as a merchant, or that you as a merchant, maybe we can't work together right now, but you switch companies, or your company buys another company. The relationship that we have is solid. It doesn't matter the product, it doesn't matter the commission rate. None of those other things are what matters. It's the fact that we have this relationship, that whatever it is that we do in the future, whether we're competitors or whether we're working on opposite sides where we can work together, the relationship is always going to be there. And I think when the relationship is there, the money comes. We're all here for money. You wouldn't have paid to come to this conference if you didn't expect to make money off of it. If you build the relationships, then you're going to see the money is going to eventually come out of those relationships. All right, so we wanted to leave time for Q&A, so we did a good job of that, which is surprising.
Sign up, 15 minutes.
Surprising, because the first time we did the presentation, we were an hour and 10
Yeah,
minutes.
because I had this prepared.
Got some good notes there. Oh, shut up. Oh, she was actually going to tell me to shut up if I talk too long.
Because we've done this before. We do this, we've done it by Skype and everything, and we've always run way over, so. And my husband reminded me this morning, do you have your little shut up note? And she kept looking at me on the phone, and I'm busting up laughing. She's like, what are you laughing at? I'm like, nothing. I know.
I made notes to myself that said, don't talk so much. So we know it's always hard to get people to start asking questions, but then once one person does, then the other people ask them, and then we run out of time to answer them. So what do we have to do to get you to start asking? So as an affiliate, when I receive the email from the merchant, what am I looking for in that introductory email? Very good question. A few different things. I mean, first of all, I'm looking for whether I think it was sent specifically to me or whether it was just a mass email. So if it says anything in any way that says, I saw you tweet something about this, or I was at your session at Affiliate Summit, or we have a mutual friend so-and-so who said I should talk to you, anything that indicates that it truly is a personal email to me and not just some kind of email merge. That's the first thing that will get my attention. Second of all will then be very quickly you as the merchant, what's important that applies to me. So if it's, just paragraphs long that come from your company's mission statement or your About Us page or something, I'm just going to skim through that and not really read it. But if you say, we're the #1 seller of this product in the United States, or, this is a product line that does best that we think would do well on your site, that is a big thing. The stats, if you keep them basic, if you know that your program is better at something than anyone else, if you know for a fact, if you have a lingerie program and you know that you pay 14% and most of the people in the industry are paying 10%, then that's something to include. If it's something that you've done your research and your market research and you know that you have a stat that's going to be overwhelming compared to what others are doing. And then the incentive, if you are offering any kind of sign-on incentives, we're running something this month where in your first 30 days or 60 days, you're going to get this, or we're going to pay for this kind of placement or something like that. Those to me would be the things that would get my attention the fastest.
Does the conversion rate or the reversal rate make a difference to you?
It does when I join the program, but that initial email is just getting in the door to even get me to go into the network and look at things. And then when I go in there, that's when I'll start looking at the network stats, the reversal rates and things like that. And then maybe we'll respond to you and say, hey, it looks like this number is really low. Your EPC is really low. Is there a reason for that? Your reversal rate's really high. Is there a reason for that? But the fact that I know that it came from you, and I guess the other thing I should say is if it comes from like the affiliate or the merchant team and doesn't have an actual person's name on there, I almost always delete those now because I feel like if I have a question to respond to you, I don't even know who I'm responding to. Do I say like, dear team, I was just wondering. It's so weird. Like I want to know, dear Jane, can you answer these questions for me? So having a person's name and an email address, not just affiliate team at the bottom, is important to me as well. Yes? What would incent a merchant to work with like an up-and-coming site that doesn't have a lot of sales yet? Okay. What would make you want to work with them?
If it was a niche site and it really fit something I was going after, because not everybody's been around forever and has a lot of sales or has a lot of hits or whatever, even though they're just beginning. I think if it fits my product, I would definitely give them a chance. I would probably work a little closer with them and give them more ideas and give them a little help because it looked like they might need it. But I do think if it fit my niche, then I would definitely do it.
And I would probably, as the affiliate, say, we are a brand new site. We're just up and coming. However, we'd love to work with you. We're willing to do, a featured review of you on our site. We're willing to tweet about it and add a post on our Facebook page to you. We're going to have a newsletter coming up. We'll add you to our deals section of the newsletter or something like that. So I, as the affiliate, I'd kind of want to put it out there, knowing that I have to give more than I would if I was an established site. I would give a little bit more than I normally would. Yes? Subject lines from merchants to affiliates to get us to join the program. And for the newsletters. That's an interesting thing that we actually talked about but didn't include the subject line of the newsletters. The one thing that I hate the most are lies in the subject line. When it says important program information or, important information, and then it's just your coupons for the month, that's not important information. And then the next time you send me, it's like the boy that cried wolf. I'm not even going to open the email next time because I'm going to think it's not important. It's just their coupon codes. So being truthful in that subject line, and if it is, if it's a recruiting email, to say something about, new program launch or reaching out to join program or met you at Affiliate Summit, or if you have something that's personal.
If you really did.
Right, exactly, right. And we will you will probably all get some emails in the next week that say, it was nice meeting you at Affiliate Summit, or, it was nice and you're like.
And we're calling each other, do you remember
we did
something?
not even meet that person,
them.
or, yeah. And so when people lie in the subject line just to get you to open it, you feel tricked, and you're even less likely to want to work with them because you feel tricked by them. So something that's just honest in that subject line. If it is something that's different, if there's a change to the program, if there's something new, if there's something important going on, then by all means including that in there. But if you have, even if it's, new information that says upcoming events for the merchant or new coupons or something like that, just being honest about it and letting us know whether this is just general information for us or whether this is new information that we really need to read because it's going to be to our detriment if we don't read it.
And you really have to watch as an affiliate manager what you put in that subject line, because a lot of times if you're trying to be real cutesy and put something eye-catching in there, it goes to spam.
That's true. Yes?
Do you ever not join a program because they don't offer discount codes if they only have tracking links?
Do I ever not join a merchant program because they don't have discount codes? For my review sites, no. In fact, sometimes for my content review sites, it's beneficial to me to not have them have coupon codes because nobody's going to go out. They're not going to find coupon codes when they go out looking, so my cookie's not going to be overwritten. So for my content sites, if they don't have coupon codes, I will still promote them. I would ask, is there anything from your site? Do you always run free shipping and we're allowed to include that in our write-up? Or, do you have something like that that I can include as a selling point as a part of my review that's okay with you? For Sunshine Rewards as a cashback site, you probably wouldn't, if you didn't have coupons, you might not want to even be on Sunshine Rewards because you would feel like it was lying to my customers to say that there was some kind of coupon or deal when there really wasn't. So it really comes down for my coupon site to whether, between the two of us, we think that it's misleading to even have you on there. But for the content site, no, sometimes it's actually better.
Some merchants don't even offer coupons ever, and they won't even have a coupon box on their checkout. So that's one of the things you want to look at. If there isn't even a place to put a coupon on that, anybody that clicks through your site anyhow and goes there, they're going to see that there's not even a place to put a coupon. And we do tell merchants, if you're not going to ever offer coupons, don't have that box on there.
Some of the issues that I've been facing has been we have a lot of Instagrammers, really Instagram heavy, and the link has to be in their bio, and then they have to purchase through the app. And so they're big on, hey, we have to have a code in order, who's going to click on it.
So people aren't clicking through their links. They need to have something else that's exclusive in order to. So for tracking purposes, they need that. Yeah, that's a good point. So more along the kind of the influencer line, is there any way that you can give them codes that aren't necessarily coupon codes, but that are refer codes where the people think that they're getting something special by using that code, but they might not be? I think I've seen some of the networks that have some exclusive code capabilities like that, but again, you'd have to be able to put it in on your site. So that's a tricky part, because when you're talking affiliate marketing, you're usually talking about that type of click tracking. But I do think, as I mentioned before, like with the cross-device tracking and attribution coming up, I think we're seeing more networks that are trying to find things like that. And we can talk afterwards about a couple of the networks that I've seen that I think are being pretty aggressive and trying to find ways to compensate for that.
What about just spotlighting products that are already marked down on the site, where you don't have to put a code in, it's on sale or?
And that's what I've been doing, is I've been saying, hey, cool, like we're running this special promo. We've created like a secret page on the website just for affiliates, deep link it and promote it that way. But our dev team doesn't like always have time to like set that up.
Right.
And so it's finding more of like a long-term thing that we can say, here's a really, really easy way for y'all, because we want to make sure that, you know, they get credit for all of the sales.
Is it possible to set up just for, are you working with a lot of influencers or just a select number, to be able to have their own landing pages with their logo on those pages so you're not constantly having to change them?
Yeah, that's what I would love to do, but we're gonna have, like, the program has already just like grown too big, so maybe.
It's a good problem to have, isn't it? To have your program grow too big to track. Yeah, I think that that's something we're going to have to see more, but especially because of the character limits. I mean, we didn't even talk about things like FTC disclosure and stuff today, but because of character limits and things like that now across these different platforms that don't allow for our traditional affiliate link tracking the way that we tend to think of it, we're going to have to find more ways that the networks, and it's going to be on the networks for the most part, to find ways to match up these sales for us. Yes?
I went to a session yesterday talking about attribution and commission splitting, and heard that from a lot of different merchants or brands, there was not any jump or change in revenue for the amount of time and effort put in those terms for the affiliates. And so, Cindy, I didn't know if you could speak to like some different stats that you had seen, anyone working with attribution or commission splitting that had seen increase in sales from their different affiliates, or if it was just like from a relationship and trust standpoint that you would want to reward your smaller affiliates, and that's really the only benefit.
So the question was whether, so the merchants were saying that they're not seeing an uptick in sales, even though it's taking them a lot more time. So what really is the benefit to the merchant if they're not seeing more sales, or do you ever see more sales when you include it, the attribution?
Actually, from what I've seen with the attribution over the last 6 months, only about 5% of the sales the attribution actually worked for. It's not like people think, I know everybody thinks, oh I know my sales are all being stolen, but there was only like 5% from what we could see. So it wasn't all, it was, even though attribution is a big thing, it is and it isn't. And I know
So
that.
it's more about the relationship building
Yeah, it is.
than
It really
anything
is.
else.
Does your affiliate manager really want to, are they trying to make you the commissions? But it's really, in the big picture, it's very, very small. It really is.
All right. Let's see, we're pretty close. All right, it looks like we're probably going to be out of time before we can take one
Yeah,
anyway.
she's
If any of you have other questions, please feel free to contact us. We both have business cards up here if you just want to grab them and follow up with us after as well. We'll also be around the conference all the rest of the day today. So thank you so much for coming this kind of early in the morning for a session compared to the rest of them. So, and the feedback forms, yes, please fill out the feedback forms. As speakers, we kind of live and die by the feedback forms. If we want to be able to come back and speak again next time, they go through and they look at those to decide whether we get to speak again. So be kind, fill out your feedback forms.
And you can write which one's the good witch and which one's the bad witch.
Oh, yeah, we do get the notes back on them, so if you do write that.
All except for you. You can't. Yours is excluded. I know you're writing.
All right, thank you all so much.
Thank you.